The rain was relentless that night, turning the streets into rivers of silver. I stood under the cracked plastic roof of the bus shelter, hugging my jacket close, though the cold had already soaked through to my bones. My watch read 11:47 p.m. Just 13 minutes until the last bus home. It had been one of those days that seemed to stretch forever. I'd stayed late at work to cover for a sick coworker, only to find that the vending machine was out of everything except stale gum. My feet ached, my stomach was empty, and all I could think about was the warmth of my tiny apartment and the comfort of dry clothes. That's when I realized I wasn't alone. On the far side of the bench sat an old man, his back slightly hunched, hands clasped together as if he were holding something invisible. His coat was thin, the kind that had once been navy but had long since faded to a tired gray. His shoes were scuffed, with one lace frayed and hanging loose. He didn't look at me, just kept his gaze fixed on the dark road ahead. "You waiting for the bus too?" I asked, my voice louder than I meant, just to be heard over the rain. He lifted his head slowly, and I caught sight of his eyes sharp, alert, but tired in a way that went deeper than sleeplessness. "Been waiting all evening," he said. His voice was calm, almost resigned. "Where you headed?" I asked, trying to make conversation. He gave a small, almost wistful smile. "Home," he said. Then, after a pause, "If it still feels like home," something in the way he said it made me stop asking questions. Instead, we sat in silence, listening to the rain patter against the roof and drip from the gutter onto the puddle at our feet. At 11:56 p.m., a faint glow appeared at the end of the street. The bus was coming. I felt a surge of relief. My long day was finally ending. I reached into my pocket and pulled out a crumpled bill for the fare. "You coming?" I asked him. He shook his head. "Not this one. This is the last bus tonight," I reminded him. "I know," he said softly, "but I'm waiting for someone." The bus pulled up with a squeal of brakes, its headlights cutting through the rain. The driver opened the door and gave me an impatient look. "You getting on?" he called. I hesitated. Something about leaving the old man there didn't feel right, but the driver was already tapping the steering wheel. I stepped inside, paid my fare, and found a seat by the window. As the bus pulled away, I turned to look back. The old man was still there, sitting beneath the flickering streetlight, the rain painting his outline in silver. He didn't wave. He didn't move. For the rest of the ride, I couldn't shake the feeling that he wasn't waiting for a bus at all. Maybe he was waiting for a person, a memory, or a moment that would never come again. And somehow, I knew I'd never see him there again.